Blockchain platforms. Case study, Solidity Programming Language. This module studies the Solidity Programming Language. What is Solidity? Solidity is a high-level, statically typed programming language. It is designed for writing smart contracts on Ethereum and other blockchain platforms. It is influenced by languages like JavaScript, Python, and C++. It compiles to bytecode executed by the Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM. The listing shows a very simple Solidity program to store and read a value. Key features of Solidity. Solidity is a programming language for creating and managing contracts. It supports inheritance and provides events and logging. Finally, its libraries provide reusable code snippets. Basic syntax of Solidity. Solidity has 5 main basic syntax items: contracts, functions that define the behavior of contracts, mappings for storing key value pairs, state variables to store data in a persistent manner on the blockchain, and structs, which are custom data types for creating complex structures. Common vulnerabilities in Solidity. Reentrancy attacks exploit recursive calls to disrupt contract logic. They can be devastating. Integer overflow, underflow are situations when values are out of range for storage of integer numbers. Unchecked calls are calls whose return value is not properly checked. Improper implementation or setting of permissions can lead to access control issues. Finally, denial of services aims to disrupt contracts with operations. Some best practices in Solidity development. Here are a few best practices when writing Solidity programs. First, one should avoid hard coding, relying on defined constants or configuration files. It is also important to write modular code, thus promoting reusability and maintainability. It is also of great importance to perform security audits to detect potential vulnerabilities. And as expectable in programming, code should be tested thoroughly, preferentially with appropriate frameworks. Remix Ethereum IDE. Let's briefly look at the Remix Ethereum Integrated Development Environment, or IDE for short. Introduction to Remix. Remix is a web-based IDE. It provides an AI agent called Remix AI Copilot to identify vulnerabilities in the code. The QR code points to Remix's website. Remix IDE. Remix IDE is an open source, quite complete web-based integrated development environment, providing all the tools to develop, compile, test, and deploy smart contracts. Furthermore, it supports the Solidity and Viper smart contract languages and can be extended with plugins. Slither, Framework for Smart Contracts, Static Analysis. Slither, Static Analysis of Smart Contract. Slither is an open source static analysis framework for smart contracts. Its use case is the static analysis of Solidity and Viper smart contracts for vulnerabilities. Static analysis means that the Slither examines code without executing it. Slither, Static Analysis of Smart Contract. Slither can detect common vulnerabilities such as reentrancy, integer overflows, and access control issues. It also can provide suggestions for improving code efficiency and gas usage. Slither also report on a smart contract, listing function calls, state variables, and inheritance relationships. Slither in action. Number 1. We provide an example with Slither, analyzing a short and simple Solidity program to produce a so-called human summary of the program. Slither in action number 2. We now apply Slither to the same Solidity program to produce a contract summary, which is shown on the right. Thank you for your attention.